Hello and welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. We've got some stories making the heavyweight in the world of sports, and we'll be starting from Zurich. We'll be starting with FIFA, and it's a good news and a cheering news for the Super Falcons. I can't just stop talking about the women when it comes to sports in Nigeria. They're actually taking the shine, they are taking the lead, they are taking the light, and it's a good one for the Super Falcons after their stellar performance at the just concluded FIFA Women's World Cup. They've been ranked the best team in Africa and then 10th in the world, and is a good one for Super Falcons players, the likes of Desire Paranozie, Tony Payne, Dimehin, Abiodun, Oshola, and the rest of them. And for Randy Wardrum doing a very good job with the side, and FIFA has seen that we did very well and ranked us 10 in the world and first in Africa. As you can see on the screen, we have Spain occupying the first position, the World Cup winner. We have the runners-up, Sweden, England, I beg your pardon, the second position, Sweden, who won the bronze medal. And then we have Australia, Japan, France, Netherlands, Colombia, USA, and Nigeria making the top 10. Then we have Denmark on the 11th position. We have Morocco on the 12th position. We have Jamaica on the 13th position. We have Switzerland on the 14th position, Norway 15th, South Africa occupying the 16th position, second best team in Africa. We have Germany on the 17th position. We have Brazil on the 18th position, Portugal occupying the 19th position. We have New Zealand, the co-host of the World Cup, on the 20th position. We have Canada 21. We have Italy on the 22nd position, and then China occupying the 23rd position, and the Philippines staying in the 24th position, surprisingly ahead of Zambia, who are the third best team in Africa, on the 25th position. We have Republic of Ireland 26, we have Argentina 27, we have Korea Republic on the 28th position, we have Haiti on the 29th position, a team that actually stopped Cameroon from going to the World Cup. We have Costa Rica on the 30th position, we have Panama occupying the 31st position, and we have Vietnam on the 32nd position. But good one, we are looking at Super Falcons occupying the 10th position. Let's not forget, when the Super Eagles went to USA 94, they were ranked 5th in the world then because of what they actually did. And we have Olawale Peters on the show to do justice to this. Super Falcons ranked 10th in the world and first in Africa.
I can see the way you are emphatically saying 10th in the world and first in Africa, as if that's a trophy, as if that is a medal, as if that is something that at this point in our
with our pedigree.
Yes, with our pedigree, we should be celebrating being the 10th. No, we shouldn't be celebrating that. Morocco, that came to the World Cup for the first time in the history, we have been participating since 1999. But we are 10th, but Morocco, they are 12th. If you are celebrating the way you are celebrating 10th and best in Africa, what do you want them to do?
Now, okay, if you look at it, why I emphasize on that, Nigeria didn't just bow out of this competition. Maybe we were beaten woefully. It was a penalty shooter, and for us to even hold the finalist, 120 minutes of football.
That's consolation.
Okay, well, if
Spain, they won the trophy for the first time in their what?
In their history.
In their history. What stopped us also for getting there in the final? Not for us to be celebrating. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. the ladies, they did very, very well.
Okay.
That's the truth. We lost that competition because we do not have a coach. They lost the game tactically, not because they don't deserve to really be there. So that's the issue I'm talking about here. I'm not condemning the ladies at all. They've done very well. They deserve a national award for their outstanding performance. But if you look at us as a country, this is not something that we should be celebrating.
Okay.
This is
I'm the one celebrating.
How many times have we been at the World Cup? This is the 24th years that we've been going to the World Cup every 4 years. This is our 6th appearance. And we are still struggling to get to the quarterfinal. The last time we got to the quarterfinal is because there's no round of 16. So we've never won any knockout stage before at the World Cup. And we have a Moroccan team that just came in like yesterday, just like they did at the Men's World Cup. They surprised everybody by getting to the final and playing in the 3rd place. And we are still celebrating our glory of 1994.
Yesteryears.
Of yesteryears. So I think we should not be consoling ourselves with that. The ladies have done very well, but we have to look at the reason why we are still where we are. Yes, we are 40. We're in 40th position in FIFA ranking before the World Cup.
So we moved 31
10th.
places.
That one is consolation as far as I'm concerned. I'm talking about results, not effort. What we are seeing here is effort, not results. And the competition that we are getting now in Africa, take it or leave it. All is our past glory. If care is not taken, someone will take it, someone will win it. Now, if we are talking about the men's football in Africa today,
it's Morocco, and Senegal.
And Senegal, but we are still celebrating. We are the most entertainment team in 1994. We placed 5th in the world. Where has that one gotten us to? Nowhere.
But we still have that record as the best ranked team in Africa. 5th. No any other. Even with the way Morocco is playing, they were not ranked 5th in the world after the World Cup.
So how many African team or country has played at the
semi-final of the World Cup? Only Morocco.
How many African teams have played at the third place?
Only Morocco.
So what are you not talking about? I think we need to do more than that.
And surpass that. Nigeria will, I can promise you that Nigeria will be the first country to win the World Cup in Africa, both male and female. We are going to see.
I like your optimism. It's very good. But work and what?
Hard.
Pray and what? and work. So not that you just pray and you will not work towards the good. I believe it also. We can get there if you do the right thing.
Of course.
If you have the right sport minister that understand sport in this country, we can get it. If you have the right coach,
we can also get it.
We can also get it. So that is what we need. Administratively is where we are getting it wrong. But when it comes to the talent, we have abundance of talent in this country.
I can still play under 20.
Who?
Okay, that is just on the flip side of it. For the Super Falcons, good one for them and good one for FIFA deeming it fit to rank them as the 10th best team in Africa. Good one coming in from FIFA right there. Okay, let's leave FIFA and come back home and talk about this one right now. MPFL, Ike Shoromu has been signed by Abia Warriors as their goalkeeper.
Well, a good one because we need people that will promote the brand of our local leagues. And this is someone that, if we are talking about the experience of being a goalkeeper, of being a coach also, he has done a lot. This is someone that played his local league in the country before. I recall vividly that I played with Superstar of Lagos. He played there. Then also he played with Shooting Stars of Ibadan also. So he has the experience of the local leagues. You know how it operates also. He has been our #1 goalkeeper for so many years. Also, he was part of the goalkeeper coaching crew of the Super Eagles. So all his experience, I think if you bring it back to our local league, it will do a lot to promote our league. Look at what Finidi George is doing currently also. So that's what we need. We need most of these our ex-stars to come back home. Let them invest in the local, in the domestic. We shouldn't be calling this local so that it won't look local. So they should come and invest in our domestic league. That's why we are calling on the federal government. Let them do something to privatize some of these clubs. Let those that are interested, that want to take it as a business, they are ready to invest in it. It's when they invest, they'll be thinking of how to recoup their money. And how can they recoup their money? Is by putting in place the facility, the infrastructure, the media coverage, the awareness that is needed. We have a lot of them that can do that. So I think it's a very good one for Ike Shoromu.
Yes, good one for Ike Shoromu, a man who also applied his trade with stationery stores before. And now he is with Abia Warriors. I think Coach John Obu deemed it fit so that he comes in with his experience and help Abia Warriors. Now let's leave Nigeria and head straight to Europe and talk some transfers. And we'll be landing in the city of Manchester, where Manchester City have put up a deal, agreed a personal deal with Jeremy Doku of Rennes. This guy is an enterprising player, fast, short, pacey, and now I don't know what Man City is looking for. They have everything in the team. Now they will still, they've agreed personal terms with Jeremy Doku.
No, if you say they have everything in the team, do you know how many of their players that left this season?
But they have backup.
How many backup do they have? Do they have backup for Riyad Mahrez? They don't have backup.
Bernardo Silva is still there.
No, Silva cannot take. There are a lot of matches that both Silva and
Riyad
Mahrez will play together. You get to a stage in the match that what you need to do is look at your bench. If you have 4 strikers and you still have 4 substitutions, because you need to win that match, you throw all of them to play on the pitch. That's the truth. We've seen that with Arteta at the Community Shield final. That was what he did. By bringing in Trossard and everybody. Going in there, I don't have anything to lose again.
Just play your heart out.
Just play it out there, because the pressure will be much on the opponent, the opposition team. So that is what I think Manchester City they are doing now. And if you look at the player they are getting a player that is 21 years old. They're not getting a player that is 28 or 30 years old. They are looking at the future of the player also. And the reason why they are going for this player is because their target Paqueta from West Ham, because of the FA that they are investigating him currently concerning some issues with betting or what have you. Now they have to
switch attention to Jeremy Doku.
And Doku is, like you said, it's a very good talent. It's very
pacey, fast. This guy is
very pacey. He's very creative. He can dribble, and this season alone, from 2 matches, he has scored 1 goal. So that means he has what it takes to come in as a replacement or substitute to Riyad Mahrez. So that they really need him, because he's a good winger. Bernardo Silva is someone that can play not only in the wing, he can play. He's a utility player that even if worst come to push, you can even play in your defense. So that's the kind of player
Bernardo Silva is. I love him. One of the best players for me in Manchester City.
You see him everywhere. So I think, as far as I'm concerned, it's a very good catch for him.
Okay, very good catch for Manchester City, going for Jeremy Doku, an enterprising player from Rennes. And if that deal goes through after this personal agreement, it's now remaining for Rennes to accept every other thing that Manchester City will be bringing. I think Manchester City will be on fire. Okay, let's go straight to France. This one has been an issue of concern after he was being suspended from the team. They thought it wise, and quickly they brought him back into the team, and he actually repaid that faith they had in him by bringing him back into the team by getting that equalizer against Toulouse over the weekend. That is Kylian Mbappe now in talks for contract extension. At least PSG want to lure him to sign that contract extension, because after his present contract expires, he is going to go on a transfer, and we know the destination La Liga.
Okay, you know the reason why I'm smiling? I said it here on the show that I'm 100% sure that the PSG coach, he doesn't have what it takes to bench Kylian Mbappe if the deal to Saudi Arabia didn't scale through. So we are talking about the French captain.
A whole captain.
And you are playing in their country, in their league, and you want to put him on bench. You will not withstand.
He was even suspended.
You won't get. No, that suspension to Mbappe is okay for him. It's more like an opportunity for him to come to Cameroon, to enjoy himself, to have free time. That's the truth. But when the league starts, you cannot do that. You can't do that. It's like Harry Kane is having issue in Tottenham, and you are a coach, and you are not from England, and you now say, "Oh, Harry Kane, I'm going to leave you on the bench."
That is suicide.
That's suicide, except you don't really want your job. So I know this will still come to play. Now, trying to lure him to come and sign a contract extension, who are the players that you think Mbappe wants to play with now that will make him to achieve his dream of winning the Champions League? Who are the players they have in the team right now? So that means they have to start their project all over again. They have to start their project all over again, because the current squad that they have now currently at PSG, I don't see them winning the Champions League. I don't see them winning the Champions League. We saw the way they struggled
last season. Even their first match also that they played was a draw. Second match draw.
So where are they going to? So that means that prestige, that respect, people are not giving it to them again. They are matching them You can watch 300 million.
We'll play you.
Me, I can watch 500,000, but it's about around that game. You play, I play. So that respect
it's no longer there.
It's no longer there again. So I don't think Mbappe is after money. If he's after money, he got a lucrative deal to go to Saudi. That he has the money to even come back and invest in buying some other club. But no, at the level that he is right now, he's looking at winning trophy. He has aims of winning Champions League.
He has won the World Cup.
He has won the World Cup. He has also this personal conviction of going outside the
France and play elsewhere.
Let's call it Farmers League that we normally call it. That he wants to go to another league and win the
titles.
And win titles also. And he also wants to win the Ballon d'Or also. It's part of his dream to do that. He can't do that in Saudi Arabia. You may be thinking that, oh, it's only 1 year that you spend in Saudi Arabia. Within that 1 year, a lot of things can happen. You can get injured. Okay, the way we heard about Cristiano Ronaldo, is it the same way we are hearing about him right now because he's in Saudi Arabia?
No.
The same way we are hearing about Lionel Messi, is that the same way we are hearing about him now because he's playing at MLS? If you are not in Europe, take it or leave it. It will be very difficult for you to win Ballon d'Or. It will be very difficult for you to get the attention, the attraction. But if you are doing it for money, just like Ronaldo is doing in Saudi and Messi is doing in US. Yes, but is that what Mbappe is looking out for? I would say capital no. So what am I saying in summary? Mbappe will leave PSG.
Okay. Mbappe will leave PSG at the end of the day. If he doesn't sign this contract, that means he will go for free when his present contracts expire. Okay, let's quickly take this one on the show before we go. Chelsea are keen on Folarin Balogun, another player that is so good playing for the United States of America, though he's of Nigerian descent. Now Chelsea are looking to snap up this guy. Chelsea just want to lay their hands on every player that is available, and I love what they are doing. They are going for young players, not the already called, in quote, established big boys. Okay,
I think they are doing it in the wrong way. And what they need to do is to establish their academy. If they want to get the young players, that's the best way to do it. Not for you to be spending £100 million, £80 million recklessly. And at the end of the day, what they do get, look at what they are doing. Most of the players that Brighton are selling out, they are players that came as free agents to them. They are players that came from their own academy. And look at the number of stars that they sold, and still look at the number of stars that they still have currently now. That is what Chelsea should be.
They are topping the league.
No, for now, they are
for now. If the league ends today, Brighton will be the champions.
And that's what we used to console the Arsenal fan, that if before they start the league, if the league should end, that means Arsenal will win the league. So I think Chelsea, I don't know what they are looking for, and I don't really envy Pochettino, their coach right now, because take it or leave it, you can't have a squad of 33 players. When it comes to selection of your first and best 11, you're going to have a problem with that. Once you have a problem with that, you're going to have disgruntled players. You're not going to have a very conducive dressing room. And once you lose the dressing room, you lose it on the pitch. Because some players will be angry that I'm not getting the required playing time. So you are getting all these 20 years, 23 years, and they are up to 33 in your team. How many can you play at a time? You can't play more than 11 players. 11 players. And the substitution you are making, how many substitutions are you making? You are making 3 substitutions. So if you make 3 substitutions, 4 substitutions, or 5 substitutions, that makes how many? 15 or 16. Then how many do you want to be playing? You play first 11 today, another match, you switch over. When are they going to blend? When are they going to play as a unit? That is what the Arsenal team, the Manchester City, and even the Liverpool, that's what they are enjoying now. But their first 11 already known. If you are not Jurgen Klopp coach, if you are not Liverpool coach, and Jurgen Klopp is not available, you know the first 11. That will be there. If he wants to play 4-3-3, he has his first 11. If he wants to play 4-4-2, he has his first 11. If he wants to play 3-5-2, he has his first 11. The same thing with Man City, Pep Guardiola. The same thing with Arteta also. Even the same thing with Erik ten Hag. Because they make it much easier for them because of the number of their squad. But getting Folarin today, you have Christopher Nkunku, you have Jackson. I don't know what they are doing with it. I think the Chelsea management, they have to really sit down and understand that it's not about money. It's all about money. It's all about planning, focus, and they are not planning and they are focusless. If not, you can't have a team that worth over 460 million pounds.
That currently is whopping sum of money.
The total value of all Chelsea players is about $1 billion US. I'm talking about the team that played West Ham over the weekend. It's 456 million pounds. And what was the achievement? With 1 man down, 30 goals to 1. You lost with that money. So that should tell you that it's not all about money. It's getting the right people, getting the right player, and using the right tactics take you to win the league. Okay,
getting the right players, getting the right tactics. Now let's still dwell on Chelsea a bit quickly. Now, if you look at their last weekend game, where do you think Pochettino is getting it wrong with their team? Where do they need to? Is it the defense? Is it the midfield? Is it the attacking force? They were able to score a goal, and before that red card came in. That's why with red card, with West Ham won that, though it's a London derby. So where do you think Pochettino should be for? Middle, defense, or attack?
I'm not going to judge Pochettino and ability based on what happened against West Ham, because if you have played football before, you know it's difficult to play when a team is 1 man down, because everybody will bring in their extra energy to support the vacuum that has been created by that red card. So that's the truth. It happens everywhere. However, where is it getting it wrong? Is to see if I can have that question with him, that the player that you have currently now, are they the player that you really want to play with? Are they the player that you need, or the player that they gave you to work with? There are two different things. If they are the player that they gave him to work with, he have no other option than to work with them. But if they are the player that he needs, then that's when I can now hold him accountable and responsible. But the first thing is what they need. Right now, they are midfield. They don't have a problem in midfield.
Okay.
You can't have the likes of
Enzo Hernandez,
and you have
Caicedo, who just joined.
And you'll be talking about your defensive midfield is not okay. No, you block it. It's like the combination of Makalele and Kante.
Whoa.
Together in your midfield.
That is rock.
Where do you want to pass? How do you want to go? Then if you look at the upfront also, they have a lot of players that can play the attacking midfield. But where the problem is, we still don't have the standing nine. Look at Raheem Sterling. Unlike him, the last match against West Ham, he was very, very pacey and creative. He wasn't wasteful. He wasn't playing like Pius Ikedia that will leave ball behind and be running after the ball. But he controlled the ball. He caught when he's supposed to cut inside the box 18. But most of the balls are getting to the box 18 without anybody to connect the ball to the goal. So what do they need to look out for? They need to get established 9. But unfortunately, that established 9, that point 9, is not really available in the market again.
Well, that is why they are going for Folarin Balogun.
And Folarin Balogun also is not established 9. If you're talking about established 9, you're talking about someone like Benzema, someone like Haaland, someone like Harry Kane. So these are the established. Victor Osimhen. These are the people that when they have 3-4 chances, the possibility of converting 70 or 80% of those chances to go, it's very, very sure. The statistics are there to prove them right. So that is what I think Chelsea needs to do also. Then their defense also, they need to really work on their defense to get their first line of defense. Who are my first choice when it comes to, if I'm playing 4-man defense, who are those that I will use? If I'm playing 3-man defense, who are those that I will use? They still have to get it right, because up to now, the first match and the second match, you can see he's substituting, he's still trying an error. So that's what I think he needs to do. Okay, that is what Pochettino needs to do. He needs to work on the attack, and then the defense, the midfield is okay. That is where we'll leave it on Sports Update this evening. Olawale Peters, thanks for joining me on the show this evening. It's my pleasure being here, Emmanuel. Thanks for having me. All right, that is it. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Thanks for watching.